Hi, today I want to talk about the feeling of lightness and the power of consistency and how the two go together based on some recent realizations and experiences that I had. So this is just to be a reminder for you and maybe to inspire you about the power of these two things. So, the other day, I was just kind of going about my business and realized that I was laughing a lot, and I was laughing very just with such ease. And I just was like, huh. Suddenly I started noticing, like, why am I laughing so much? And because I was just hanging out with my boyfriend, and he is funny, but it was just kind of like this extra um, special, sparkly feeling that was just so delightful. Uh, and not to say that I don't enjoy life typically, but it just felt like, something's different here. And he noticed it too. And then I realized, like, wow, I just feel lighter. I feel less burdened by things. This feeling kind of stuck with me for a while too. It just really struck me, like, why is this happening now? Like, why suddenly do I feel lighter? And, because nothing special was going on. There was no circumstances that would make me feel like, um, yay, I'm excited about this, or nothing changed in my kind of problematic financial situation. Nothing circumstantially was different, but I was just like jubilant, and all the, things I had to do that day were just felt so much more doable and easy. It was just easier. Like, I forgot that this is a way to feel this lightness. And my God, it's a good feeling. And I just realized, oh, this is how we could all be feeling most of the time, I believe. I recognized it as just a different frequency to be on, that when you're not in it, you really can't conceive of it. You just forget that that's an option. Just literally forget, because when you're in one frequency, that's where you are. And you can maybe understand that there are other ways to be, but you almost doesn't occur to you when you're in some of those lower states. So yeah, I did want to investigate without overthinking it too much, but I was just curious, like, what led me to this more positive state. And I mean, I do have a history of being a bit more on the depressed side since my adolescence, and have like steadily raised my baseline over the years, and to the point where now my baseline is like, I'm not depressed anymore. And that is an incredible success. But, it can always get better. There's plenty of room for improvement. And that's sort of the quest that I'm on. And hope that my findings along this quest will be helpful to you wherever you're at on your quest for just a better reality. So anyway, as I was contemplating, like, how did I end up here in this beautiful light mood, I realized that, oh, one thing I've been doing differently is being super consistent with my self Reiki practice, in addition to meditating, which I've been doing daily for a while now. It's things like that, that when you're doing them in the moment, they don't always feel super impactful. In fact, they might feel completely ineffective. Like sometimes I'll be in a meditation that just almost felt like I wasted my time. Um, but we don't know how things are operating under the surface or beyond the scope of what our mind can grasp. So things are happening. And, there's just some faith you have to adopt in order to remain on that consistent path, because sometimes you're just like, why should I bother if I'm not getting instant results? I mean, this has been my struggle my whole life. I finally, after maybe a month or so of doing this self Reiki practice every day, that I gotta say did not feel, sometimes they would feel really cool, but it's harder to feel the energy when I'm doing Reiki for myself than it is to um, perform it for other people. So, but I just showed up anyway because I made the decision that that's what I'm gonna do, kind of as an experiment. And I'm trying to create a new trajectory, and it usually that new path starts off a little bumpy, but I just figured, what the hell, I'm gonna do this anyway. And I gotta say that was really smart because I'm seeing the results, is what I'm saying. I mean, Reiki is, like, so many people benefit from it, and the point is to reduce stress ultimately, so that your body can, because your body wants to heal. Your body wants to be release the things that it's holding on to. But we're the ones who keep it from doing that by repeating the same thought processes and being addicted to our bad feelings, essentially. So it stands to reason that if you engage in a practice like Reiki every day, that you're bound to be like releasing a little bit of that stuff you're holding on to. So what would that result in? Lightness. And like I said, I just forgot how gorgeous a feeling that is. And then, you just gotta, instead of like what I would normally do, like, well, I guess it's working, I don't have to do it anymore. I'm doing my darndest to stick to this routine, because I do know that sometimes things plateau for a while. I know from my meditation experience that sometimes you're like, I can go a day without it and I don't feel any different. But the thing is that that's where you just have to know that it is doing something, especially when it comes to practices like meditation and Reiki. And it's but the thing is if you're not consistent, I just think the chances are so much less that you're going to notice the difference. So let this just be maybe some encouragement for you to remain consistent, or start a consistent practice, and just see what happens. Even though it may seem so unimpactful to do these little things daily or multiple times a day, while you're doing them, the results are cumulative. And it's really the only way that I have found to see real changes, real lasting changes. You really have the opportunity to move into just some beautiful new terrain. And when you get there, you'll be like, oh yeah, that's why I'm doing this. And it is just the freaking best. So, hope that was helpful, a helpful little reminder or encouragement for you. And I hope to meet with you again soon for some more videos and Reiki and meditations. Bye.